Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone and Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Private graveside services for Arlene Bailey Duggins are tomorrow at Riverview Cemetery in Madison. She will lie in state today at Ray Funeral Home from 9 until 5. Graveside services for Melvin Augustus Cook, 92, are today at 2 at Overlook Cemetery. He was born in Rockingham County, was a U.S. Army veteran, and 1991 retiree of Veneer Graphics. Earlier, he worked for the family business Cook's Grocery and later became co-owner. He was a member of St. Luke's Episcopal Church, where he served on the vestry. Survivors: daughter Lisa Gammon of Eden, 1 grandchild, 2 great-grandchildren, special family friend and caregiver Chris Covington, and pet Gus. Memorial contributions may be made to his church. Fair Funeral Home is serving the family. Memorial services for Jack William Shell, Jr. are tomorrow at 11 at Fair Funeral Home. Robert Bobby Lee Hand, 55, died Saturday. Memorial services will be held later. He was born in Leakesville and employed by J.W. Squire Floor Covering. Surviving are daughters Lauren Hand Stewart and Leah Hand Koppelman of Florida, mother Barbara Booth Hand, sister Tammy Seagraves, and brother Jesse Hand Jr., all of Eden. Fair Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Funeral services for Jerry Houston Welch of Madison are today at 2 at Colonial Funeral Home, with interment in Woodland Cemetery, with military honors by the Rockingham County Honor Guard and United States Marine Corps. The family will receive friends beginning at 12. Graveside services for Margaret Brem Flint of Madison are tomorrow at 2 at Oak Grove Baptist Church Cemetery. She will lie in state today from 3 until 5 at Colonial Funeral Home. Graveside services for Celia Stovall Williams, 88, of Lawsonville, are tomorrow at 2 at Oak Ridge Baptist Church Cemetery. She was born in Stokes County, was a member of Oak Ridge Baptist Church, the Stokes County Home Extension Club, and was retired from Unify. She was preceded in death by husband Sandy Williams. Surviving are son McRae and Bodie, Williams and Barbara, brother Michael Stovall and Bonnie, 3 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren. Viewing today from 1 until 6 and tomorrow from 9 until 12 at Colonial Funeral Home. Memorials may be made to her church. John Henry Kendrick, 92, of Mayodan, died Sunday. Funeral services are tomorrow at 3 at Colonial Funeral Home. Reverend Donnie Chandler officiating, with private burial in the Old Country Church Cemetery. He will lie in state starting at 11. He was born in Rockingham County and was a member of the Old Country Church. Surviving are his wife of 71 years, Dorothy Kendrick of the Home, daughter Peggy Archer and Charles, sons Elwood Kendrick and Rita, Donnie Kendrick and Janie, and Wayne Kendrick, sisters Elsie Rhodes and Dot Michael and Cliff, 9 grandchildren, 18 great-grandchildren, and 5 great-great-grandchildren. Etheline Cook Cook, 93, died December 24th. She was born in Cedar Grove, Tennessee, and was preceded in death by her husband of 69 years, Reverend Arnold B. Cook. Surviving are daughters Loretta Burgess and Andrew of Madison, Linda, Shirley, and David of Wilmington, and Marcia, Clayman, and David of Chapin. 6 grandchildren, 15 great-grandchildren, brothers Glenn and Michael Kirk, sisters Joel Bird, Marcy Pierce, and Brenda Fiddler, all of Tennessee. She graduated from Eastern Michigan University and was a pastor's wife for 65 years, serving in Kentucky, West Virginia, Michigan, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Alaska. She volunteered teaching English to Hispanics, crafts in nursing homes, Meals on Wheels, and volunteering at the election polls. The family will receive friends tomorrow from 1 until 2 at Colonial Funeral Home, memorial services, and private burial. Memorials may be made to the Salvation Army of Reidsville and the Western North Carolina chapter of Alzheimer's chapter of Greensboro. Special thanks to North Point of Mayodan. Funeral services for Bonnie Adkins Carter will be held Thursday at 2 at Colonial Funeral Home, with burial in Dan Valley Baptist Church Cemetery. She was a faithful member of Osborne Baptist Church. Surviving are daughters Sandy Fabian and Mark, Lynn Denny and Jack of Madison, 5 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren, special caregiver Chris Riggs, brother J.W. Atkins and Barbara, sisters Joan Smith, Brenda Spencer and Joe, and Phyllis Martin and Chuck. Visitation will be held 1 hour prior to the service. The family will receive friends and relatives other times at the home of her daughters. The family extends a special thanks to Hospice of Rockingham County for their care. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to Rockingham County Hospice, the Alzheimer's Association, or an organization of the donor's choice. Melissa Ann Tedderot Martin, 59, of Stoneville, died Saturday from COVID-19. The family will receive friends Thursday at Colonial Funeral Home from 6 until 9. She was born in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and employed with Rockingham County government as an assistant clerk of Superior Court. Survivors include husband Kevin D. Martin, son Reed Duncan and wife Ashley, brothers Mike, Paul, and Mickey, sister Lisa Martin, and husband Jim. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to Carolina Boxer Rescue. Memorial services for Clyde Jerry Nugent, Jr. of Madison will be held Thursday evening at 8 at Colonial Funeral Home, with a gathering beginning at 6. Surviving are mother Diane Hennis Nugent and special friend Annie Hopper. Colonial Funeral Home is serving the family. Funeral services for Homer Watson Throckmorton, 86, of Madison, are Saturday at 2 at Colonial Funeral Home. He was born in Rockingham County, worked for Burlington Industries over 30 years as a serviceman. Surviving are wife Bertha Burt Throckmorton of 65 years, sons James Robert Throckmorton and Barbara, Jesse Wayne Throckmorton, Leo Lee Throckmorton, and Mary Bell, Billy Ray Throckmorton, Roy Franklin Throckmorton, and Rhonda, 7 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. Visitation Friday from 6 until 8. Private funeral services will be live-streamed today for Brenda Pettit, 64, of Eden. Services are at 3. Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Eden is in charge of arrangements. Public viewing for Betty G. Scales are today from 11 to 1 at Radford Church of God in Christ, Radford, Virginia, and tomorrow from 10 until 12 at Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Eden. The family will have private services tomorrow at 1, live streamed. Public viewing for Paul Carter is tomorrow from 1 until 7. The family will have private services Thursday at 11, live streamed. Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Madison is in charge of arrangements. Public viewing for Henry Darnell Scales of Mayodan is tomorrow from 1 until 7 at Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Madison. The family will have private services live-streamed Thursday at 2. Arrangements for Ricky L. Martin, 64 of Reedsville, James E. Scott, 60 of Cary, and Annie E. Sebrel, 83 of Eden, are incomplete at Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Eden. Graveside services for Lee and Ziegler are today at 2 at Matthews Chapel United Methodist Church Cemetery. Boone and Cook Funeral Home and Crematory is serving the family. Ruby Dillard Pruitt Reese, 95, died Monday. Graveside services are tomorrow at 2 at Denview Cemetery. There will be no visitation. She was a native of Rockingham County and retired from Fillcrest Mills. She was preceded in death by husband Clyde Ernest Reese. Surviving are son Jackie Lee Reese of Ruffin, sister Nancy Gover of Eden, 4 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. Memorial contributions may be made to Draper Christian Church. Boone and Cook Funeral Home and Crematory is serving the family.